Now for this particular engine, the bottom bracket, the bottom bracket, the engine mount is on the bottom, is right here. So to remove it, it's 15 socket, these two bolts, and there is two here and there, and you need the jack underneath the car as well. So jack it up, see that it rises a little bit, and we need to remove the bracket so we can change the serpentine belt. And here the tensioner, we're gonna pull this way towards the car, and we're gonna remove the belt. Let's see. Ne zaključio? Zaključio, a snema izgleda. Ići kola veća. Ne mi da? So the belt is removed. I'm gonna release the tension. This belt is not in the best condition, but I think I'm gonna reuse it. Now, just remember, the belt goes on top of the alternator, then on the right on the tensioner, on top of the steering pump, on top of the compressor, there is compressor on this one, and on the left on the crank. So I'm gonna remove it from here, and we'll get on the bottom now. This is a long bolt. Just a small one. Is there another bolt here? I think there is. Oh yes, there is another bolt. Right there. So we need to remove it as well. Let's see how I'm gonna reach it. We've got a nice little steady gun. Fortunately, I think it's too short. But let's see. Should be okay. No, it's too short. It's not powerful enough. It's not short. It's not powerful enough. There we go. Mount is in a good shape. Now it's a good time to check the condition of the pulley on this bracket on this tensioner. I can hear it's a bit dry. Also, this is not a very good sound, so I'll see what I can do for this one. This one is okay, not a lot of play. We'll see. This one looks okay. So now let's concentrate on the more important top part of the engine. There is 4 screws. I'm gonna remove right there. What is it? It's E8. There is clips that hold the plastic. They need to be removed as well. They can't be removed. They have to be unclipped. So we can remove this top plastic thingy. There we go. You can observe a lot of debris here, but it's not that bad. There is one small screw right there. I remember the first time I was doing it, I was pulling and pulling, so I can remove it. So it's a bit tricky as well. E8. Give me a second, it's a bit deep. It's E8, but because it's deep, we're gonna use normal 7mm. There we go. So we can remove it from here. Okay. Now these clips are on the back, so Take yourself our light and just light it down, and I'll get a small pick and we'll get it. Can you see it right there? And I'll grab it from here, and I'm gonna pull to one side. There we go. Now, what we need to do, the bottom crank pulley is holding the plastic bit, so we need to remove it before we can do anything else. So let's just hit it with the impact. That's why you need the impact though. You don't need to mark it. I know some people needs to, but this one has a little notch that you can use. Okay. Now with that removed, I can see that there is one more bolt that holds everything, so we're gonna remove this one as well. Oh no, don't rush, this one is okay. This one is not from where I was thinking it is. Let's remove the plastic. Should we press in and pull? I think so. So we pull with one. Okay. Oh, that was the oh, that's nice. Okay, that was not so good. I shouldn't do that. Now we don't have any tension. Well, you know not to do that now. It's a bit unfortunate. Okay, we'll put some tension. Give me a second. Okay, so confirm, don't touch the screw. Don't touch the screw. So we're gonna put some tension, like up to there. We're gonna put some tension on the belt. And we're gonna screw it on. Okay, and now we're gonna move the engine. So that was a bit unfortunate that it happened, but shit happens. Now there is tension, that's okay. Now we need to see where the timing markings are. Let me get underneath actually. So the timing marking, put the light on. We're looking for a little indentation. Ah, there we go. I don't know if you can see it, but right on 3 o'clock. Right here. This indentation needs to come right there. Let's wipe it off a little bit. Okay, wiped it off a little bit. So this side marking needs to come to right there. So let's turn the engine. The engine has compression, which we need to overcome. There we go. Let's see with the markings. Now we need to make one more turn. Okay, I can see the markings on the top are starting to line up. There we go. So let's see. I can see the bottom is lined up correctly. That's okay. And I think we can see that the top is lined up correctly as well. Yes. Okay, now on the cams there is tension, and we need to make sure that the cams are not going to move. So what we're going to do, we'll lock them up. I'll show you how in a second. Okay, what we're going to use to lock them up, if we need to take the bolts or something, we'll use these vice grips. There is special tools, but I really dislike them. You need to be very loose on the grips. Don't ruin the thingy. So now, just a little, that's a bit tight. You can see with 2 fingers I can do it. I don't know if you can see. There we go. Okay, so this is locked, and now we can undo the tensioner on the bottom. This tensioner, I will undo it, you saw already how. There we go, this is the tensioner. It's not that bad actually. Oh, it's not brand new either. Now what we need to do is remove the belt itself, and you can see its condition. Now, well, my connector is all the way down there, so I'm gonna remove, actually I'm gonna remove that. Where is that connector? Oh, too far in. I'll remove the camshaft sensor. I think there is 2 screws underneath it. Can I see them from here? No, I can't. Take my mirror. Yes, 1, 2 screws. Let's remove them. I think it's E number 10. Yes. Don't lose the screws. These are very important. I would say not important. They're all important. Just these are very specific. It's short thread. Okay, we'll just put them to one side. I don't want to get them wrong. Okay. Now with this thing removed, let's continue to taking the belt off. Okay, the belt is off. Let's check. Oh, as you can see, it's cracking and it's not very good, so it needed to be changed. I've seen worse, but can we see any markings on it? I don't think we can, no. Okay, let's see the main thing that we're changing on this one, and that's the water pump. So the water pump sits right there. And as you can see, it's leaking. Can you see? From where it's leaking? I think it's leaking from that little valve right there. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. It's very good procedure to change the bottom seal on the crankshaft. But if it's not leaking and you don't have it, you might want to just don't change it. So let's see if it needs changing. Let's see. I removed it. It's so minging that I can't really say if it's leaking or not. I'll still change it. I don't have it, but I'll spray some brake cleaner, and let's see if that's the problem or not. There is a hole right there, so maybe if it's the bottom gasket on the oil pan, oil will be getting into, but I'm not sure. And I think it's old enough that it will need to be replaced, so I'll just spray some penetrating fluid and we'll see. I cleaned up all of the area around the crankshaft seal. Someone needs the numbers. 26, 42, 8, 6. Now I need to remove the water pump, and there is 3 bolts that holding it. Allen key, one in there, one on top right there, and one here. I will spray them with WD-40, and we'll see how it goes. I think I'll call it today because it's getting really late now. And I don't think there is point to sitting so late. I also need to figure out a way to remove that pulley here on the shaft on the air conditioning because it's so loud. Okay, let's take the pump out. I managed to get it undone. Sometimes people have problems taking them out. Let's see if I'll manage it. That's how it's set. Tremendous amount of corrosion. Let's see. The rod is actually really good. Pump feels perfectly fine. It's just the seal that failed. Okay, so I'm gonna dry out everything and we're gonna continue tomorrow. A bit after midnight. I still decided that I'll change the pump. I removed the old one. I put a little bit of range gasket seal. Now mind that notch right there. This is very important. Can you see? I think you can. Now this notch and this notch should line up. Okay. There we go, right there. You see? Okay. Let's put the bolts on. This pump didn't come up with new bolts, so I'll just reuse the old ones, unfortunately. I don't know what is the spec for this one. I'm not gonna tighten now. I'll tighten it up tomorrow. I'll just tighten it by hand. See? It's very nasty screw, that last one. Let's see how we're gonna do it. Not again. It's going straight into my bucket with water with antifreeze. Okay, I'll just stop the video and I'll put it in. I'll remove and replace the pulleys now. This one seems okay, but this one is definitely loud. Let's speed up the video. Next day, I removed the top pulley, or what is called cog. I bought a seal on the bottom as well. So now I'll just chain one. You can see this one is not that bad. Still change it. I'll change one and I will show you how to change the other one. I'll just change first on the, I'll train on the first one. I did a little bit of practice, so I'll put first. I changed this one. Just so I don't lose it. Okay. You need a flathead screwdriver. if you use a pick, you can't really pull it out, it's very tight. Flathead screwdriver, a small hammer, and a bigger screwdriver. And we need to poke it right in the middle. Unfortunately, this time the middle is not so good. Let's try on this side. I'm sorry if you can't see, but that's in the middle. Now after we poke it in the middle, we need to grab a bigger screwdriver and just get it in there and pull it out, hop, just like this, right here. And you're not gonna scratch any from any of the surfaces on the inside or the outside. Take it to one side, get some brake cleaner. Did I? Fortunately, all one is done. I'll just take another bottle. Just make sure that the surface is nice and clean on the outside. If it's oily on the inside, it's not a problem, but on the outside it is. So now we take the new O-ring. Don't know what's the size on this one. .35 by 48 by 7, and we coat the inside with a little bit of oil. Okay, just like this. Now we take Victor Range silicone, wipe our fingers off, and then we do a small coat of silicone on the outer surface of the seal. There we go. Put it to one side, wipe the fingers off. Area over there looks clean. Just grab it a little bit on the outside, and now from the top down. So you wedge it on the top, you push down, and that's how. Now press firmly. There you go, see how easy it goes in. Silicone will just keep it in place so it doesn't spun over time. And we're gonna do the same for the bottom. No speed up video. I run out of battery, but I put the bottom pulley. I put the new accessory belt back on, and now I'll fit the. I tighten up this one. Now put the mount on, and we can give it a start to see if it's starting okay. I mounted everything. I think everything is tight. Put the tire on, put some water or coolant. I prefer to put water the first time, so if anything leaks the first day or two, I can sort it out. And that's gonna be it. Let's put the tire and give it a start. Everything assembled, the tire is back on the car. Let's give it a start. Sounds really nice. Now I'll let it warm up for a while, so it can get the air out of the system, and we'll consider the repair done. That's for that video. I don't know if it's gonna be part 1 or part 2. I really hope it's being helpful to you. Save yourself a little bit of money, do it yourself. Or if not, you know what your best repairman will do to your car. That's it. That's for today. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye. We're fixing everything. And because there is always something to be fixed, subscribe to the channel. I'll be very grateful to you, and it might be helpful to you to fix everything. Today I will be changing the water pump and the timing belt, because it's on the water pump is on the timing belt, so we'll replace the timing belt kit as well. This is a 1.6 16 valve Astra, old 1995, but it's the same principle for all of the 1.4 16 valve and 1.6 16 valve engines of Opel and Vauxhall Astra. I think maybe Tigra as well, the old one, Vectra maybe. The engine code is x16xel, but it should be the same for x14xe, z14xe, x14xel. Is the same principle. What you need is an impact wrench, I highly recommend it. It's not like you can't skip it, but I highly recommend it for the bolt on the crankshaft. What we're gonna do first is remove the air filter housing and the serpentine belt, the accessory belt, and remove the front right tire, jack up the car in the air. After that we remove the bracket. So I'll speed up the video with the not so interesting part. I'll just remove the tire, jack up the car, and then remove the air filter assembly. Okay, let's start working.